Hello, YouTube pedal nerds. We are not at NAMM anymore. I was at NAMM and now I'm not. So I'm back. No more yelling in microphones at NAMM. I'm now yelling in microphones at home. I hope I have achieved my goal, which is establishing some new connections with interesting companies to bring you the pedals. And I've talked to Brian Wampler, who's a very cool guy who watches my videos. That's awesome. And some other people. And hopefully we're gonna see some goodness here, from the cheapest China pedal to the boutique "are you fucking crazy to spend that much money, but it's kind of nice and I want it anyway" pedal. But the reality of my job is that I come home and I have a big ass box of Thomann pedals here. Not Thomann pedals, but pedals from Thomann to do Thomann demos. So that is a priority. Difficult word for me, priority. What's with the doggies? What do you want? Don't know what they want. Because it makes money. Sometimes they send something that I think would interest you. Actually, everything would interest you, but I can't do full-blown demos for all the Thomann pedals I receive. But the KHDK pedals, KHDK. There you go. The KHDK pedals are probably of interest to you. And they arrived today, so I smacked together a quick clip. You heard it. Slideshow, some samples, and here's my review. Kirk, Hammet, and Dave Karon, if I get this correct, apparently are buddies, and they said, we want the best pedals ever, the ones we already know, the classics, but in betterer. So they went to some designer and said, make him betterer. And that guy apparently did. Then they found some company, I think in Kentucky, to make him in awesomer than others. And we're gonna see if this is actually the case. We're gonna do this right now. And all three in one video, which is why we start now. Too much coffee. There is no such thing as too much coffee. So we're gonna play this with the Frank Hartung Embrace Wanted 57, still an amazing guitar, which I love to play. So it's like the nicest, fattest LP type guitar I have ever played. Yeah, doggies, we're gonna eat in a minute. I'm gonna have to, show some pedals first. She's like, don't tell them about pedals. Feed me. That is going not into the Mesa, because they were asshats to me at NAMM. Yeah, play another amp, we don't care. Nice videos, but what do we care? Well, then I'm not playing it. Good that I did 40 videos with this amp for them to just give me the finger. So yeah, even Petrucci pays for amps. As if. Biggest piece of bullshit crap I ever heard, but okay, no more Mesa on this channel. Fine, I got other amps. Like the Carl Martin Roadie Bandmate 15, which is what we're hearing here. That's a really nice amp. And we're gonna push it, we're gonna do everything. And we're gonna start with recording now. So, this is my clean sound. Let's go in the middle here. You've heard it in the beginning. Pretty damn clean. I also have some Walrus audio behind those three pedals for some delay or something, so the bellwether might be in this demo if I so choose. We're gonna start with the KHDK number 2. We're gonna start with the number 2 because that is the lowest gain one. It's a clean boost. Controls are fairly simple. High and low gain switch. I like the switches because they're very long, so you don't need to get your nail on the top of the switch to flick it around. It's very nicely manageable. We have a low and a high gain, low and a high bass and treble EQ, and a volume. So with everything straight up on the low setting, this is what happens. Nothing happens. There's actually less gain because it seems in middle position the volume seems to take some volume away. So let's go to unity gain, as they call it. So with gain at noon, we're pretty much at nothing happens. And the pedal doesn't even force a tone on your sound. But, you know, as a clean boot, it's not supposed to do that, which it doesn't. So therefore, thumbs up. That's just one thumb. Thumbs up. But you can see it's engaged, the EQ works. We're gonna crank up the gain. Starts to fizzle a little bit. Now it's fattening the sound. Let's go to the high setting. And there actually we achieve a nice kind of overdrive. Or if you're Kirk Hammet, you do or something like that, as if I know. I don't know, I haven't played a lot of Metallica audio. I know that. And want to do it. So now let's see how much it can push an already cranked amp, which we're gonna do. That is the Karon Batmate Rode 15. Seriously, no shit. So yeah, as a boost, hell yeah! If I might say so. Going back to a clean sound. Looking at the number one, which is, of course, for us, number two. Huh? What? Also, same idea. It has two gain stages. You have to read the manual with this because the bass control is also the second gain control. So if you want more gain, it will also fatten the sound. It's bass and gain together. Is this a good idea? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Because usually when you hear more bass, you're thinking too much. This doesn't necessarily do that. Because it's pretty bright to begin with, isn't it? I might even want it a little bit fatter, so let's try this, but we're gonna add gain in the second stage. Let's get some bellwether in there. This is a very nice rhythm sound. much gain a lot of nice definition. Which you'll never lose when engaging the higher gain stage. Let's see how far the low can get us. Nicely saturated. What's happening? I don't know how to play guitar. So let's crank up the high. Not too much when the high is all the way high. We need a metal pick because it's metal! Pick. And I don't know what I'm playing. Nice and lean. Definitely a pedal that's not just for metal, and actually it's not a metal pedal, it's an overdrive. And the cool thing about that is that all the metal pedals sound like shit. And this isn't a metal pedal, it's an overdrive. Therefore giving us a better metal sound than most metal pedals, because most metal pedals go eek and sound like shit. This is fun. It's not super fat, it's not super scratchy, it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? Fun! Hells yeah! That works for me. Moving on to the Ghoul Screamer. Well... What can that be? Of course it's a tube screamer. I can say that. They can't say that. I can say that because I'm independent. Do we need another tube screamer? I have nightmares about doing another tube screamer demo because aren't they all the same? Yes, there are differences though. And this one is a difference. What? It's pretty much a tube screamer. So if we got all the knobbies on top, we pretty much have a tubey screamy sound. Let's check that out. It's all in the mids. Now, these switchies are cool. Bass, mids, body. You could say bass, mids, and... No. We go back. Bass, highs, and body. You could write bass, highs, and mids. They went for body. That is simply a switch to give it a little bit more in that area. So let's go through these. It's subtle, but it's there, so that's nice. Highs. A little bit more definition, not too much, but it's there. And body. That's pretty much your lead sound go-to switch. Very nice. It's there. Let's try combinations. So there really are a lot of options. The coolest option is the way it compresses, which is you can have this switch on the very right on 1, which means the lowest level of compression. When you switch it to the lower setting, it goes to 2 and 3, which you now select with the left switch. So now we're in compression level 3. Let's compare again to 1. Now we're in 2, and let's go to 3. That's where I'd be, because it's fun! F-U-N. Obviously, we want to check out the tone. If you're wondering where the, really cool side view of the pedals went, that went with the battery. So just for you to know that. So if you ask me for lead sound, crank the living crap out of the gain, give it body and maybe highs, compression 3, and see what happens with some bellwether. I do not know. That's bugging me. Now, of course, you want to know, since it's a to-me screamy kind of pedal, how much can it push an amp that's already cranked up? So we're gonna take the gain back a little bit, leave it where it is. So that's just the amp. Fuck yeah! fun! Can't play, but who cares? Someone told me I have to do, you know, off bends to sound like Kirk Hammett. So I don't know how to, well, I kind of know how to do that, but... Holy front crap. Let's go to, you know, my 2 cents. Oh, we gotta go fast because Congo really wants to eat now. And we don't want to disappoint the Congo. We don't want to disappoint the Congo. So, KHDK Pedals. KHDK. All 3 have a purpose. All 3 have a raison d'être. That's French for reason of being. It's not like, do we need another one of those? They're nothing new. They're just something good. That's the only way I can possibly describe it. In the box is a little manual. In the box are 4 feet, which is nice if you want to use them on a concrete floor or something, or carpet if you don't put them on a pedal board. The boost does what it does. It's not something I would really go for. If I really like the sound of my amp and I just want to crank up the gain a little bit, yes, maybe. But I prefer overdrive to boost. It's just a personal thing. It does its job really well. It's kind of weird that when everything is centered in low, that it pretty much does nothing. So it starts to work a little bit later than you would expect it to. The KHDK number 1, the overdrive, it's great. Transparent, not what you would think people want, which is a lot of low end. No, it has a very lean low end. So cranking up the bass knob to get more gain doesn't actually get you too much bass. It's just right. Someone did this who knows how to do things. From low gain to high gain, it's not... I'll be right back. Doggy needs to go outside. It's not super creamy in the mid. Well, that's what the Ghoul Screamer is for. So I'm thinking that the KHDK number 1 has been designed more as a designed as a rhythm thing, which it does really extremely well, and you can have a shitload of fun. What I didn't do is push it with the Ghoul Screamer, which would have been probably cool stacking those pedals. But hey, we only have so much time. The Ghoul Screamer is definitely an extremely well designed tube screamer type pedal. It's exactly, I mean, it's green, you know. It's exactly what you expect a tube screamer to be, with more flexibility. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Not make a new pedal, but make the pedal that they all love good or better. And they did. When you're on all settings, flat, compression on 1, it's a little bit underwhelming. Once you start to play with those enterprise-looking switches, extremely good. I know these clock in over €200, I think, which is just beyond stupid. I mean, it's just below stupid. A little bit more, and it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But for a good tube screamer, that's gonna make you just giggle. Hey, I'm not the biggest Kirk Hammett fan in the world, really not. But if he had his hand in there, way to go, Kirk. Seriously, congratulations, Dave, Kirk, Antoine, whatever this guy named who actually designed them. These are good. I mean, I don't know if you want them, if you're a Metallica fan, I don't know how close you can get to a Metallica sound with these pedals. I don't even know if they have anything to do with Metallica. It's a tube screamer, it's a good rhythm drive and a rhythm pedal, and it's a good clean boost. So maybe that wasn't even the idea to give you Metallica sounds. So for all you Metallica fans, be aware that they're just good pedals, and getting the Metallica sounds gotta be in your fingers, in your head, in maybe not even the guitar. No, just play it like Metallica would. I'm off. I gotta feed the dog. See you guys.